Welcome back to Method. I'm Ken Johns, and today with me I have Lincoln Powell.
Tis me.
One of the only people that I'm allowed to be around right now.
Yep.
Because we live together.
Yeah, I think that's the only reason.
Yeah.
I feel like we would both be very, very isolated
Yeah.
from each other,
But we're here.
here we are.
Welcome to our home.
Hell yeah.
Mick lives with us too, but he's in Billings. Yeah, I feel bad for him.
Oh man, should probably text him.
Yeah, I was talking to Michael the other day, and it sounds like they're not having fun. Well, I mean, like, as much fun you can have trying to do work and be in the current state of affairs that we're in right now.
Yep.
So, yeah. But, yeah, we're home. We're staying safe. Got some whiskey going, and we're just hanging out. So, before we get going, I wanted to talk about one thing. Tomorrow, we're going to do a Parkour Community Netflix party at 6 p.m. Pacific. So if you're watching this, check our social channels. We're going to be dropping links. There's a Google Chrome extension called Netflix Party, and what that does is it lets you have a live chat at the same time as you're watching Netflix. So we can all hang out and chat. You can have up to 500,000 people in the fucking chat. So we can have as many people as we want. Just let's all kick it for a couple hours. I think we're gonna watch Pete Davidson's recent comedy special and Bert Kreischer's recent comedy special. I've seen Pete's. I thought it was really good. I haven't seen Bert's. I'm excited.
Dude,
so we're just gonna watch some comedy and just shoot the shit and have a good time. So if you guys want to be in on that, 6 p.m. Pacific time tomorrow. Catch us. We're just gonna be hanging out. It'll be a good time. So without further ado, let's just kind of get into it. We had a couple things we want to talk about today. We have some questions, some Q&A that we're gonna get to in a little bit. You kind of wanted to talk about Jimmy the Giant's Ultimate Parkour Challenge video.
Yeah, I thought that was dope.
Yeah, I thought it was really cool. I like the route he's taking of parkour history.
Oh, absolutely.
Rather than as super current things, it's kind of stories in the parkour community that I think a lot of people who either weren't around or started training later, or maybe just don't quite remember. I like the Urban Free Flow one and this one. I remember a lot of it. Oh, and the Flow one.
Yeah.
I was around, but I wasn't maybe as in tune as I realized. Obviously there are details behind the scenes stuff that he has been able to get to that I didn't know about.
Yeah.
I didn't understand exactly how Flow worked, and that it was really just Tim and Giles. I thought there was more more people involved, and I just didn't realize because all I would see is the content that was produced. Mm-hmm. And I was just maybe not paying good enough attention, but yeah, it's just cool. Even though I was around for almost all of these stories that he's told so far, there's little bits that I didn't quite catch on to that I'm oh cool, that's how that was, and it gives me more of a better picture of what's going on.
Yeah, I definitely, oh my god, I dove deep when I first got into parkour. Oh my god, I spent so much time on YouTube, just every single part. I'd watch a parkour video and then literally I'd look over to, oh man, YouTube had such a different layout back then. I just look over to the next video that was on top of that list. I just click on that and watch the next one. Oh,
I mean, remember when you had to you could rate videos out of 5 stars?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. But I remember watching Jimmy the Giant's video, and it brought me back to it helped me remember what really inspired me to start training. Because I thought,
yeah, what got you into parkour?
It was the Urban Ninja video.
Oh, dude, that's so sick. I love that video.
I saw that. I'm this is insane.
That was so cool.
And probably another few hours of just parkour.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have no idea.
But you just get pulled into it so hard.
Yeah, but
that's
it just
funny.
Brought me back, and I remember how much that was I remember watching Daniel Ilibaka in the Ultimate Parkour Challenge.
Yeah.
And that was kind of the first time I saw his stuff, and I was this guy is so good.
Yeah. One thing that I noticed watching that video was just how, from an outside's perspective, how cringy just all the matching like super colorful shirts were.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's so bad. Like, what shirt were they on? Fallon? No. Fuck. What late night show were they on?
Was Fallon.
Was it Fallon? I'm probably gonna get this wrong.
Don't quote me, please.
Whichever one it was. Anyways, like the shot of it was like Tim and the other, there were like three of them being like the guests on a late night show. And usually it's like a celebrity who's like well put together. It's just like three dudes in like gray sweatpants and neon shirts. And I was like,
Tim's doing handstands on the chairs.
And I was like, oh, this is how we looked to other people. This hurts really bad. Nothing against them. It's just like where we were at the time.
It's like we've progressed so much farther than that.
Yeah.
As a community, it's like things have changed so much.
But it's cool. Like, how cool is it that there was an MTV show that got athletes on late night mainstream television? Like, that's so cool. But it just like in retrospect,
yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I really enjoyed this video. I'm gonna drop his channel link in the show notes in the description, whatever. Yeah. Make sure to watch his videos. They're fucking sick. Big shout out.
I love his the style, the way he presents the videos.
Yeah, it's just really fun.
It's very good.
It's really cool.
It's really fun to follow. Very interesting.
Dude, do you remember in the same vein, do you remember Jump City Seattle? Were you around?
Dude. I didn't really pay attention to that.
Oh,
which is so weird because that was probably the biggest thing in parkour that was closest to where
to put it in the timeline, Dylan Baker had a blonde mohawk on the show. So it was like right when he was filming like Freeowner and shit. Like it was like that one moment in time.
Oh my god.
Yeah. But
Dylan Baker, dude.
But it's cool that those shows existed, and I'd like to see more of that kind of stuff. I think we could do a lot better job. Like stuff like World Chase Tag, I think, is a better introduction to like parkour-esque stuff than we've seen in other shows, because it's like just a generally entertaining thing that also has parkour elements. But I'd love to see more parkour shows, but it just introduced so many people to parkour and was so good for like a big like growth of the sport. Which is awesome.
I see it on Snapchat. Like I scroll through the whatever that page is sometimes.
The news.
God, don't get your news from that, please.
It's the most infectious shit. I fucking hate it. It makes me
I will admit to this. I do watch I think it's Good Luck America sometimes. It is very one-sided. I will say that.
Have you seen?
It's not like it's not over the top.
Have you seen the Love Don't Judge?
Oh God!
Have you seen those? Have you looked at any of them?
I have not.
Dude, they're worse than you think they are. You watch and you're like, there's no way this can't be like super cringy and awkward. Because it's always like really, really awkward like relationships that people are in. And maybe their relationships are actually like very legitimate and not like how they seem like surface level. Because it's a lot of shit like, I don't love him because he's a millionaire. I love him because I like just like who he is. And it's like, he's like 52, is like super wealthy. And then it's like, an 18-year-old. And you're like,
Jesus Christ, man.
And it's like, yes, their relationship can be legitimate, but like the way that they're presented is like so fucking cringe. I just happened to swipe over there today because I fucking hate myself, apparently.
Oh yeah.
And the very first story was there's a Love Don't Judge thing, which God, I fucking I would rather go to TMZ. I would rather be on TMZ than fucking go to the Snapchat like news.
TMZ, dude.
But it was. I didn't open it, but the headline was. I matched with the CEO of my company on Tinder, and it was like the most awkward, like they're almost kissing. It's just like, you guys are trying to make this so cringy, but the people are usually really cringy.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so that made me a little vomit in my mouth, but like stuff like Jump City Seattle, I would love to see more of that stuff in the future. Did you see Davis on World Star today?
No.
Okay. Do you know the dude that does really funny like sports commentary clips?
No.
Okay. I'm just gonna go play it.
Okay. Does he like voice over a lot of videos?
Yeah, he does a lot of like voiceover.
Is it Blake Weber?
I think it is. Yeah.
Dude, I follow him. He's so funny.
He did one of Davis's matches on World Chase Tag. And it's so funny. I'm going to scroll for a year because
World Star. World Star.
Wait, no, let me just go to Davis' story. It's on Davis' story. I'm sorry that we're doing this live, but the audio is funny enough to where I'll put it on screen for the video viewers, but for the audio only viewers, just enjoy. Oh, let's try that one more time.
Oh, I never thought the world would come to this, Peter. We are announcing 2 white boys playing tag. How exciting. FYI, it also is the sport that is probably the fastest way to spread the coronavirus. So don't play this at home. And Davis trying to corner Greg. Greg gets away, leaps on the bar. Davis not giving up, obviously, because that's the point of the game. Davis tries to grab Greg, leaps over the edge, and he's got him. He's got the coronavirus. He tagged him in the ass with his hand. That's all it took. Greg is now eliminated, will be quarantined and isolated for about 14 days, and Davis will continue to spread the disease.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
He tagged him in the ass.
Fuck. That's great. That was, oh my god. That's so funny.
Oh,
That's not what I thought it was, but that's still so funny.
Oh, Davis continues because that's the point of the game.
Dude, that's a good parkour meme.
Oh, that's so good.
That's a good parkour.
Oh, that was amazing. Anyways, that made me cry today. That was so good.
Dude, speaking of jumpsuits,
Yeah.
Johan's cat.
Oh.
Has anyone done that yet? Since
I
then?
don't know, dude. I'm not sure.
Man, I don't follow American parkour culture as much as I should.
Well, I don't know. I haven't really seen anything from Johan in a while. I think he's kind of like, not that he's fallen off. I just think
He's chilling.
Yeah. I have no idea. Maybe I'm not paying attention. Well,
I really pay attention.
Most things that happen, I feel like I at least like stumble across. But I'm not the most up-to-date person in the parkour community, that's for sure. But speaking of parkour and social media, little segue. I think we're both big advocates for it. Mm-hmm. We need to get parkour on Twitter.
Yes, 100%.
We need parkour to gain a voice on Twitter. And I don't know why it hasn't. I think maybe it's just because, is it just our demographic that isn't really on Twitter?
I don't think so. Okay, I think it's because the way Instagram and, I'm just saying Instagram because obviously Instagram is where parkour is.
Yeah.
I think Instagram and Twitter are such a different kind of social media because Instagram is visuals, right?
Yeah. That's what
parkour is
first.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then Twitter is very discussion based.
Yeah, which I feel like parkour is.
We can discuss it. I mean,
have you seen anything that happens ever on parkour Facebook? Like people want to yell that shit all the time.
Oh,
so let's yell on Twitter.
Yeah. That'd be. I
don't know. It's just it's another way that I think is a very easy way to get parkour shared more around.
Oh yeah.
In the internet sphere. So let's just fucking jump on it. I don't know. I love Twitter is where I spend most of my internet time now. I spend time on Instagram. If I'm talking to people, I'm on Instagram probably. Mm-hmm. Like DMing and shit like that. It's I text people and I DM people on Instagram. It's where most of my communication is. Mm-hmm. But then if I just want to see what's happening and consume, I go on Twitter. I don't scroll Instagram forever, but I will scroll Twitter for a long time. Yeah,
it took me a while to get into Twitter. Actually, it took me 6 years. I looked how long I was on Twitter for today, and I was like, "Holy shit! I've had this account for 6 years."
Yeah, I've had my Twitter account
just started using it actively maybe 2 or 3 months ago, and I really enjoy it. In all honesty, it's a lot of fun.
It's I feel like you can. It's less it is permanent, but it feels more off the cuff. You can just kind of be a silly idiot and it's okay.
Yeah.
It's a tweet.
That's why I love it.
You just boop and it's gone.
It's just it's when I have really dumb thoughts, I'll just that's funny.
Yeah.
I think it's funny at least. I'll just put it on Twitter.
And it feels a little more freeform to me, so I feel like I can be like funnier on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. It definitely like leans itself to be able to just be like more of just like a silly shithead there, which I enjoy. I think it's super fun.
Dude, Ross and Dante are on Twitter.
Yeah, I was gonna shout Ross out because he's been pushing PK clips lately, and I fucking love it.
All right.
So
if you're not on Twitter, get on Twitter.
Yeah, parkour people. If you're not on Twitter, get on Twitter. We'll follow you. We'll like interact with you guys. Like, let's make it happen. Let's just grow it.
Straight up.
It's just not better. It's another place for us to do our shit, because I know every single one of you thinks Facebook sucks ass, and it does, because it is. It's shitty, and you don't want to be there. So just enjoy conversation elsewhere, like on Twitter. It's so much easier. So just do it. It'd be great. I love it's like I just get to like yell at Skylar, which I do. I already have a whole platform for it. It's called this podcast, but I need more outlets to yell at Skylar.
Straight up. Okay, I'm gonna shout Ross. I'm gonna give Ross a shout out. His Twitter is @RossAllenPK, and I'll get Dante up here real quick because Dante slaps too.
Giles is also on Twitter, but he only shares. I like Giles' Twitter.
It's so
but
good.
I feel like, and this is not a roast. I feel like Giles' Twitter is for like more of his sad thoughts that he doesn't want to share other places, because then everyone's gonna call him a sad old grumpy man.
That's true. I vibe with him though.
Yeah, no, it's just a good place to get your thoughts out. Right? If you're sad, be sad.
Straight up.
I tweet sad shit a lot. Mostly just like silly shit.
Yeah.
I think we need to be more silly.
Chill is a good idea.
Yeah.
Chill is a really good idea.
I feel like so many other places in my life I'm not allowed to be silly. And so like having an outlet like Twitter or this I get to be silly here too. I like to be more silly out here, but I feel like people wouldn't want to listen to that. I feel like people want to listen to just like parkour shit. But yeah, it's a fucking silly goose time.
Okay, Dante. Where's he at? Okay, I can find Dante on Twitter @Dante Grazioli.
Hell yeah.
What a guy.
Anyways, that's my call to action. Actually, I've done a multiple call to action, but get on Twitter, hang out with us, because I want to be able to make parkour jokes on Twitter and have people go, haha, yeah, I get what you're like. That's funny. Right? I get it, but I can't make parkour jokes because it's just like
there's so much stuff like in the community.
It's like razor blade thin niche of the 3 people that are gonna understand what the fuck I'm talking about, and my other followers are all gonna unfollow me like they already have. So I don't need my Twitter to go the way of my Instagram. Shit, where I've lost like 15,000 followers over the last couple of years.
Hell yeah. You know why that is?
Yeah, so there's a lot of algorithm shifts, and I didn't play the game in a way that like kept me growing. And then when you get onto that declining like slope, it's really hard to like shift back. And I just kind of gave up. On my like photography or my main Instagram, whatever the fuck you want to call it. My Instagram, where the most people follow and comment and like on stuff when I post, so I feel good inside. I just kind of gave up, and I just like post very rarely over there. Like, okay, so this last year I had to do 5. I only really was posting because I had to post sponsored posts for Budweiser.
Word.
Had to. I chose to. I chose to do this job, but I had to do it because it was part of my contract, so I could make money and not die.
I feel.
Also, my last payment from them is coming tomorrow. I've been hounding them.
Is it coming tomorrow, dude?
I've been hounding them, and they said they got on a call with them today and said that they're going to pay me tomorrow. And so I'm so excited because, ironically, like, it's so lame. They're like 3 months overdue for paying me. But silver lining is we're in an economic crisis, and getting paid right now sounds fantastic.
Oh, absolutely.
So it all works out. But anyways, I had to post some sponsored posts. I did 5 this last year, and I didn't want to only be posting sponsored posts because then people would just be like, "You're literally just a Budweiser shill, and all you're doing on the internet," which is true, but. So every time I'd have a post coming up, I like ramp up the amount of posting I do for like a week before. I'd post like 2 or 3 times before then. Do my post, try to post like a couple times afterwards, and then like stop posting until like the next one came like 2 months later. So like it wasn't just like 5 Budweiser ads in a row. It was like, oh, like 2 pictures of like the sunset or some bullshit, and then Budweiser, and then a couple more pictures of some bullshit, and then like so like actually had a feed going, but I've only posted like a few times in the last year, and I've just my followers are just hanking. The funniest story is I was at like 43.1 thousand or something like that. I was like nearing a turn of 1,000 going down, and I got a DM from a person I don't know, a random person, and he goes, "Congrats on 43,000 followers." It was the most savage like accidental roast ever. He's like, "Oh, cool! Like, good job, like having a big page." And I'm like, "No, I'm falling in followers, but thanks, I guess." So that was so funny to me. I shared that with like all my important friends, like mainly photography friends.
That's so funny.
Yeah, that was really funny. Just getting ripped apart by a rando. But all right, we have some questions. I asked Instagram for some questions for this episode, and Caroline Ramsey just posted on my Netflix party post, and she said, "Only if we're watching Tracers," which is what I initially thought of doing, because I think that'd be funny to do like parkour themed stuff.
Absolutely.
So maybe we'll do that. We'll have to do that at some point. That
100%. Dude, this Netflix party thing sounds dope.
I think it's gonna be really fun. I think it's
gonna sound so sick.
Because, okay, as someone who currently has no job because the gym is shut down, I don't have to be anywhere at any particular time ever anymore, which is kind of really fucking weird. So just like, I exist. And then like throughout my day, I'm like, I did something because I wanted to, or like I didn't do anything today because I'm a shithead. So I have, but I don't have any. It's not like, oh, you have a haircut at 2. It's like there's no like be here at this time right now. So to have a thing where it's like, hey, at this time you're gonna hang out with your friends on the internet, it sounds really uplifting to me right now. Yeah, dude. So I'm very excited for that. Anyways, I'm gonna try to get to this fucking story.
Oh, Caroline's also on Twitter.
Oh yeah.
Shout out Caroline.
Shots. Wait, I screenshotted it because I thought I'd do it. I thought I'd forget. Okay. Okay. First one is from Ryan Kelly, and he says, "Talk about lame parkour adverts being made by Nike / big corporations that don't understand what parkour is." So I think what he's referring to is like, I think this is what he's talking about. I think we're seeing like athletes who are in parkour like doing adverts for like Nike and shit like that, but it's just like for the brand, and like it's not like, it's almost like if parkour is like being like recognized but not like it's like swept under the rug almost, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's like you're obviously featuring parkour movement, and you think that's something that's going to sell shit because it's cool. Yeah. But you're not going to acknowledge that it's parkour. Is what it kind of feels. I think that's what Ryan's trying to say. I don't want to like speak for him, but I think this is where we're going.
I think this is the beginning of big corporations starting to accept parkour as an actual sport. I think the biggest reason they don't like say, "Oh, this is parkour," is because they don't have anything to sell to parkour people right now. Yeah. And I do understand that, and I don't think it's like I know we want recognition and everything. Yeah. Okay. But also,
I think you're right.
I think this is a good step forward.
I do. I think we're on the right track. Yeah. And we saw a big push from brands in that first kind of parkour boom, like the 2006 to 2012-ish era. We saw K-Swiss made shoes. They tried to push parkour shoes. They were the ugliest shit I've ever worn, and I wore them with with pride. And a lot of other brands kind of like started to hop on like the parkour train, and then they realized there's not really a market for it yet, and so they kind of like most major brands kind of like stepped away from it. And I think we're finally getting to the point where parkour is like sustainably growing in a consistent enough format. We're not doing this like spiking thing, but like we're like consistently growing very slowly, and that's really good. And I think brands are finally starting to take notice. Every major brand knows what parkour is. You can't be on the internet and not know what parkour is.
100%.
So all these brands know what parkour is. They're just waiting to figure it out and waiting for the right time. And I think that time is coming sooner than later. I think we'll see shit like that. Like all like the Nike PK stuff is so exciting to me. I'm
really stoked on that stuff.
There's a bunch of shit that I'm excited to pan out that I'm not gonna like. It's not my place. So yeah, I know. I'm excited to see that shit. I think other major brands are going to. They're watching. We know they're watching. That's something we've understood is that we know they're watching. It's just when they choose to hop in and how they choose to hop in. And that'll be interesting. And I think that's the most. It's exciting. Tiny bit scary, but I think that it's going to happen. It's inevitable. So it doesn't really piss me off to see like these brands like doing what they're doing now. Like there's the people are still doing parkour in the ads. Like I can't really get mad about that. That's cool. And fucking get the fucking bag, dude. Get your bag. Get that fucking brand money. I don't give a shit that like they're not saying it's parkour. You're doing parkour. They're buying parkour. It's fucking working. So eventually it's going to hit these major markets and it's going to be fucking awesome.
I think people are worried about the culture too. I know with this situation.
I think I'm like touchy about it, but I think that there's room for it, is what I think.
I think it's going to be really hard for us to like really have a huge. I mean, if the way Nike's going about it right now, as far as I know, as much as I know the whole situation, I am on board with. Because they're directly in contact with someone who's a part of the community and knows what's going on and pays attention. If it continues like that, I'll be pretty stoked.
It's just the how I think is the most important thing, just to make sure that it's not trying to like, here's all of our corporate money, we're going to throw it at parkour to try to get you to buy our stuff only, and then like all the small brands just get swept under the rug. And then like the parkour like economy as far as like creators and businesses in the community just get like thrashed. That's obviously really bad. But yeah, I think there's obviously ways to go about it. Like large brand collaborations would be great. Like shit with like the way that Nike SB does shit, where they collaborate with other like culture based skate brands, is a really good way to go about it. Putting money behind events is great. You can throw as much fucking corporate money as you want behind the event, and I'll fucking tout your logo on the wall. It'll be great, and then we'll get your fucking money and we'll put it towards parkour like athletes, performers, whatever. Like it'll be cool. But yeah, that's how I see it going forward.
I don't think the core culture of parkour is going to die.
No. And we'll always have this.
It's so strong, dude. It's so strong. It's dope. Like, cool. The people that are into it are passionate about it, even if they're not like training all the time. There's still people that are like really about this, and it's really sick.
Okay, next question. The potential cancellation of major parkour events this year. So I, for the most part, this is a shitty preface, but I was going to say like most of the content that I want to make from here on out, I don't want to be like coronavirus, like
COVID-19 based.
Heavy, but it is the most prevalent thing in the world right now. So it's going to come up in conversation. It's just what everyone is going to be talking about. So
it's affecting literally everything at the moment.
We're going to talk about it. It's going to happen. I want to make a lot of content that is not based on it, just so we have like other things to fucking think about right now. But it's going to come out. So like I'm happy to talk about it when it does. I have a lot of thoughts. But
I think we should look at the timer and dedicate like 10 minutes to this absolute max.
Okay. Well, we have 10 minutes. So
we need more positivity.
That's our gonna be per 10 minutes per episode.
This must be discussed.
All right. cancellation of major events in Parkour. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
Fool's Jam is hanging in the balance, and my gut feels like it probably won't fucking happen this year. We're going to keep pushing as if it's going to happen. Mm-hmm. We're not going to stop. We're going to keep working on it. But it's not a 2-week scenario. We're not. It's like because schools shut down for 2 weeks minimum. Mm-hmm. Our gym's closed for 2 weeks minimum.
Yeah.
I think these first 2 weeks are just a let's wait and see period. It's not a 2 weeks and we're over and we're back to normal life. Like, it's not that way. We saw cases in the United States double over the last 2 days. Yeah. So it's like we haven't gotten to the part where we're sinking yet. People aren't doing enough. People are not staying home enough. People are not doing their part enough. If you guys didn't see the fucking video on, I think it was CBS, of the fucking fuckheads in Miami on spring break, you should go find it. It's very easy. Just search shitheads in America.
If you haven't gotten mad yet today.
Yeah, no, if you haven't seen this video, go watch Philip DeFranco's video today. It's like, he's one of my all-time favorite creators ever. He's one of the best people on the internet. Go watch this video. But yeah, it's like an opening. It's an opening of the video. It's really funny in a really sad way. But it's a bunch of people like talking about how they think coronavirus is being super overhyped and overplayed, and they've been planning their spring break for at least 2 months. And so it's like, if I get corona, it's like, I'm just here to fucking party. Like, there's nothing else to do here except hit bars. So it's like, and they're closing the bars. So it's like, dude, I got a fucking party, dude. And it just hurts my soul. Anyways, that's a tangent. Back to parkour events. What I'm trying to say is that it's not going to be just like 2 weeks we're done, like, we did it and like back to normal. Yeah. I think we're looking at months and months and months of a very impacted life. I don't really foresee us getting back to a normal life state for a while.
It's going to be a hot second.
Yeah, it's going to be a hot second. So it's like, I would operate under the assumption that anything that you want to go do this year probably won't happen. I've chatted. SBL, the entire season seems to be in question. I don't think I'm blowing any secrets here by saying that. I think it's just, who the fuck knows? I think
that's just like...
Yeah, it's just
that's
obvious
for most,
answer.
That's kind of for everything.
So it's
just like...
I wanted to go to Hub next month in Boston. Not happening. I'm assuming I'm not going. I'm assuming.
I still have my plane tickets, and I feel really bad, but it's like, ooh.
Yeah.
If they cancel it, then I'm just like, yeah.
Yeah, that's just it. And you just have to kind of expect that is what's going to happen.
See, this is why I bought flight insurance.
Exactly.
Because I bought the tickets right as Corona was hitting the mainstream media. It was like that day I was reading about it. Yeah. And I was like, okay. I bought plane tickets, and then all this is going down. I was like,
And Dalton and I were just talking back and forth, hey, we should get tickets. They're really cheap right now. Coronavirus is tanking prices on plane tickets. Let's just keep watching, see how things progress. This is 3-ish weeks ago.
Yeah.
Let's see how things progress and then move from there. And I was I'll just get trim insurance. It's fine. And then a couple days went by, and it's maybe don't go places. And it's a couple days went by, no, definitely not happening. This is not going to be a thing. So I never actually bought my plane tickets to Hub. Mm-hmm. It's probably not going to happen, and that sucks. I'm sad. But I would be surprised if Red Bull happens. I would be surprised if NAPC happens. I would be surprised if Fool's Jam happens. I just don't see shit happening. I don't see us exiting. I'm maybe in a few months down the road, say a couple months from now, maybe we'll be in a place where we can do small gatherings. But I don't see a jam style large community event happening in the next few months. At the point we're at, unless a lot of things change, I don't see that happening anytime soon. Mm-hmm. So I think this is maybe I'm saying this too early, but I'm just kind of chalking this year up to fuck it and let's try again next year.
Yeah, I think this. Oh man. I don't know. I'm rarely one to overreact to stuff, I feel like.
Yes.
That's just me. That's my perspective, I don't know. But, but this one is like kind of seeing what it's doing, is I'm like, oh, this could be something huge.
Oh no,
This has a very high chance of being like incredibly destructive.
No. I mean, it is incredibly destructive. Currently, I think it's going to be more so.
Shit up already pretty hard.
I think this is going to be one of those things that we're telling to our kids. They're like, oh, what was that like? And we're like, well, this is what COVID-19 was.
And if you think about it, like every generation has at least one of those stories.
Yeah.
And so like coming into this situation, I'm like, oh, is it going to be like that?
I think it is. I really think it is.
Are people going to be like, oh my God,
I think this is going to be one of those like big like points on humanity.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to really kind of reshape our lives a lot. And it's not really like it's a silver lining. It's kind of hard to find silver linings at the moment.
Oh yeah.
So like, excuse me for looking like pulling for them, but I think it might swing the way that we view like world problems, like climate change, in a more positive light. I'm really hoping that by the end of this, humanity will take humanity more seriously.
Sure.
That's my hope. And I think this is the one thing that might actually do it. And I'm not saying like, good, that's awesome, but in the long term, we're here now, so I'm hoping this causes a grand amount of change moving forward.
And
all I can do is hope.
This is like the last opportunity. That's what makes it so special. Look, I don't want to be like, this is going to be devastating, but so far it looks like it is. So far it looks like it's going to be pretty bad.
Yeah.
But this could push forward a lot of like, oh, these are our weaknesses. This is really testing us as a country at the moment. Like whether the virus itself, just bring it down to that alone, is as bad as doctors are saying it is.
Yeah.
If it's not that bad, it's already
bad. It's already
affected
horrible.
the entire country.
It's already horrible. I saw a world map today of where it's infected, and it's like, holy shit.
Right?
It's the entire world. It's like there's like 40-50% of African countries who haven't been touched, and like a couple Southeast Asia countries that are like really remote, and everywhere else in the world has gotten hit. It's like nothing has been this like everywhere. Like it is everywhere, and everyone is experiencing it at the same time. And I don't think that's been our thing for such a long time. Yeah. The only thing I can kind of like equate it to is like a world war, and it's different, but it's like it's so rare. It's so rare that the entire world is like watching one thing. And this year it's not the Olympics, it's coronavirus. And I'm calling it now. I don't think the Olympics is going to happen. And I don't think it should. Which is crazy. Like I think that is really a moment to look at. Is like, oh, the Olympics were canceled. Like if they are, which I'm guessing, just assuming, that would be fucking wild. Like that scene. Like it's one of there's like these things that we see. There's like, oh, it's just this thing that happens every 4 years, and it just happens. To just be like, no.
This is like for everyone. This is going to be a thing we're going to have to adapt to.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We're living in really fucking strange times, and
I think we're at 10 minutes.
Oh, fuck, you're right. All right, 10 minutes. Cut it off. Fuck this shit. Next question. Thank you.
No problem.
I did not.
I noticed we strayed away from parkour pretty far, and I was like, yeah, in 10 minutes.
Okay, I think we can stray away from parkour. I think it's fine.
Oh, yeah.
But if we only ever talk about parkour, people get bored real fast.
Oh, sure.
All right. Next question from Aziz. I'm just gonna. Have you ever? Sorry. I'm just gonna. Okay. Have you ever done double backflip on ground?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes, I have. I miss that trick. I miss that trick so much.
I miss Aziz. Aziz is a exchange. I don't know if exchange student's the right word. His family moved here from Saudi Arabia, and I think they were here for a few years. But anyways, him and his brother started coming to our gym for a while, and they're both like very awesome kids who are getting very good. And then like very suddenly they were like, oh hey, we're moving back to Saudi Arabia, and they're just gone. And anyways, like they were a cool part and like fabric of our gym, and now they're back in Saudi Arabia, and it's
When was that?
right around Christmas. He came to the gym like
This was recent?
Yeah. He came to the gym like a couple weeks before Christmas and was like, oh hey, I'm moving back to Saudi Arabia. And we're like, oh, when? And he was like, I don't know. And I was like, okay, like next week? And he's like, I think around Christmas. And we're like, okay, are we talking like the day after Christmas? I don't know. Or like, and then I think Micah was like, are we talking like June? He's like, I don't know. And then Christmas came and went, and he was gone.
That's a bummer.
Yeah, and it was sad, but yeah, hope to see them. I saw Hans comment on one of his recent Instagrams. He was like, we all missed you at the gym. And I was like, oh, we do. So, yeah. Anyways, we got one more question.
Nice.
And then I'm sure we'll find some other bullshit to talk about for a few minutes.
Absolutely.
The question was, I didn't have it on my screenshot, but I remember what the question was. Thoughts on, I'm trying to be as verbatim here, thoughts on cliques of cool kids in parkour. And I think the idea is that you have like, maybe, I don't know if it's skill level is the right word, but you have like different like kind of like cliques of people in parkour. I don't know. I didn't really understand the question like exceptionally well. Ow. Thea, stop.
All right. See, I got her warmed up for the cuddles, and then you snagged her. I got jealous, and now she's clawing me. So I don't feel bad.
For audio listeners, my cat is fucking clawing my feet. And I think my cat just doesn't know like where levels of affection are, because like you'll like cuddle with her and pet her for a while and give her love, and then she'll give you some love, and then she'll just take her claw and just like put it on you and just dig in and then bite you, and you're like, where the fuck did this come from? But
and then she acts all cute, and then you forgive her, and then it just repeats for about 10 minutes. Yep.
Ow.
Yep. Where were we? Cliques on cool kids, right?
Yeah.
Different levels?
I don't know. Okay. Here's my take on it. People have friends.
Yes.
And I think that's about it. And not everyone is going to mesh together. Not everyone needs to mesh together. Mm-hmm. Just because you do parkour doesn't mean that I have to be your friend.
Straight up.
And I think that sounds kind of mean, but it's the truth. I feel like there was a time in parkour when, because you did parkour, the community was small enough to where it was like, oh my god, we have this connection. Mm-hmm. We both do this thing. We like to jump off shit and do backflips. Mm-hmm. Now we have to be friends because we're like that. And it was cool, and it was great.
Yeah,
and
good times.
Everyone I met in parkour was like, oh, we're instant friends because of this. And parkour has gotten big enough now to where it's like, there's going to be different kinds of people in the sport, and I'm not going to agree with everyone, and I don't have to agree with everyone, and I don't have to like everyone in parkour. And I feel like some people might be like, wait, fuck you, like, sport parkour. And it's like, I do sport parkour. But
some individuals, though.
There are people that I don't like in parkour. I'm not going to name names. And the level of not liking them is low. It's mostly just like, this person kind of annoys me. Yeah. And that's it. And they're not like scum on earth. It's just like, I'm not like the biggest fan of you. And that's okay. And I don't have to like everyone. Yeah.
It's
so like
very rare for me to
It is very, and that's the thing that I think is really special. That's what I think is special is that the amount of times that happens where I'm like, oh, I don't like you is really low. Yeah. It's super, super low.
It's like, yeah.
Not everyone's
going to be... associate with you. It's just, I don't have any ill will toward anyone.
No, not at all.
It's like, you do you, man. It's like, it's like, if I don't agree with it, I don't agree with it. Just don't, like, stop doing what you want to do because I don't like what you're doing or whatever. Yeah. It's like, I just won't fuck with it.
Yeah, that's fine. And, like, I don't have... And
then no one has to... It's like... And if someone just doesn't fuck with what I do, I'm like, okay.
That's fine. Yeah, and I'm sure people get annoyed by me, and that's okay. So yeah, bringing that back to like cliques and parkour is like you're gonna have your friends, you're not gonna agree with everyone. Mm-hmm. It's really okay. I I don't think it matters.
No.
I don't think it really matters at all. So that's it. All right, I do have one more question, and I think this is actually the most important one, and I almost forgot about it because it wasn't actually in my Instagram story questions.
Yeah.
Okay, this is from an old friend who, this will matter to you and no one else.
Okay.
I know this person, his name is Kyle. He did parkour with like Michael and Amzai and I in like the first year of my training when it was like Missoula Parkour Group.
Oh my god.
So like he was one of the people who was like,
bro.
It was shit where it was like, hey, like my friends come and learn parkour with me, and then like a lot of my friends would be like, oh, that sounds cool, like let's hang out, and we like learn parkour together. Eventually, some people start training. This is one of those guys. It's totally fine. Like it's just a person. Anyways, now he's listening to the podcast.
Oh, sick.
Which is cool. It's so fucking cool. Anyways. This is a message to me. He said, hey, Kent, enjoy the podcast. I'd be interested in any stories or thoughts on how parkour has helped you in life and you didn't expect it to. And my mind started racing to some very specific things. But I'll keep going. He said, for instance, falling down or having a crash where you prevented an injury where you reacted instinctually, or if it's helped you with like traveling in the wilderness, etc., since that's where it's helped most useful in my life. My mind jumped to a different scenario. I think the physicality one is worth talking about, but then I want to talk about what I was thinking of. So has parkour ever in your life, in like a circumstance, helped you out where you weren't like expecting it to?
I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I think I've just learned how to move. And I've got my own like reactions to things. So like if I trip or something and I save it really well, I'm like, oh, that happened.
Yeah.
It's like, that's just what it's like. That's what I do.
No, totally. I think that's kind of what we're talking about. I think you take it for granted almost.
Yeah.
Not like in a shitty way. It's just like, this is so a fabric of my being. Yeah. It's just like, oh shit, I fell over and I didn't get hurt. Cool. Like, and let's keep going.
People think I'm not a klutz, but like I'll trip over the smallest things, I swear. Yeah. But I will like completely like have to roll and everything, but I just do a nice roll. I come back on my feet, I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
That was less inconvenient than it could have been. And then I just continue with my day.
I remember one in particular that I had. I think generally I'm in your boat where it's like, I fall over, and when I fall over, it probably hurts less because I probably have better bail tech than most people, like your average person. I remember one in particular. I was riding a bike, and I like hit something in my front wheel, and I got like shot over my handlebars, and I just like caught rolled. And so like I basically just like hit my front tire, like stopped, I like shot over, and I just like caught and dive rolled and like got it, and I was fine. And I was like, holy shit, like
was it a good roll?
I mean, it was good enough to where like it was probably like an ow, not a ow, I'm like in pain. No, I'm injured. It's just kind of like oof. Yeah, I'm good, and that comparison is pretty stark. And I remember thinking at the time being like, oh wow, like I definitely wouldn't have done that if, parkour hadn't been there or if I hadn't been training. But what I thought when I first saw the question, what my mind jumped to essentially was, I feel like parkour is more of a mental activity than a physical activity. I think a lot of it is. Obviously, it's very physical. There's a level of physicality. You're not going to be able to do X, Y, Z if you're not strong enough. But you get to a level where you get good enough, and almost everything from there is your mental willingness. Yeah. Right? And I think that parkour has changed how I view life more mentally than it has anything else. And I think the way that I view failure, and I think the way that I view problem solving, and I think the way that I just view life in general is very shaped in the way that I view training and parkour and how I structure things and stuff like that. Yeah. It's not like we were thinking like, oh, if this was a parkour challenge, how would I solve it? It's not. It's like the training is like enough. It really exercises your mind on like you have to be so detailed and you got to know exactly what you need to do to complete the challenge. And there's obviously more than one way to go about it a lot of the times. Yeah, and I think that's a big part of it is even if it's like step here, step here, step here, there's like
slightly different tech to things.
Yeah, or what if I switch my steps? Or what if I did like 2 steps this way? It's like, let's like, I think of a lot of life problems, there are more than one way to solve them. And I think that parkour has helped teach me. I'm not thinking this when I'm doing shit in life, but I think that I'm more creative and willing to look at things in different scenarios in my life.
It makes you way more comfortable trying to solve things.
Exactly. It's like, there might be another solution for this. So like, let's keep looking. And I think that it also brings about more resiliency. Yeah. I think I'm better at failing than I used to be because of parkour. It's like,
100%.
You did the jump, you bounced, but you're okay. You did the jump, you bounced, but you're okay. You did the jump, you overshot, you're okay. Like, you keep doing that, and you just take that with like life. It's like, I made a thing, it wasn't as good as I wanted. Whatever, fuck it. Like, I learned from that and do it again. And then like I did another thing, and it was better, but not amazing. And I then learned from it and did it again. And it's like, I think it's the resiliency of failure but learning that is really, really important. I think parkour has taught me so much in that regard. And I think that's where I really pull from and like appreciate that.
And then there's the situations where like, whoa, I fucked up hard. Now how do I make sure this doesn't happen again?
Exactly, yeah. Yeah. So I think that's where I really pull from. And I don't think that's like exactly what the like verbiage of the question was asking, but I think that's where my life has gained the most from parkour.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Man. I always think it sounds so corny, but it's so true.
It is true.
It sounds so corny.
I think it's only corny because we talk about it a lot. Yeah. And if I was going to be like, does parkour help you with problem solving? To any other parkour athlete, they'd be like, yeah, I've heard that a million times. Like,
There's like, please stop talking.
Have you heard about? It's like a Jehovah's Witness. It's like, have you heard about the Lord? And would you like to hear about the Lord and Savior problem solving and parkour? Have you ever thought about overcoming obstacles with your mind? You know what I'm talking about?
That shit's corny.
Exactly.
Corny.
But in 2009, I was still saying it.
Fuck me.
But it's true. The word it's corny because
we've grown.
It's silly and true, and we've grown. And not only do we not say that we overcome obstacles in life, we also stop wearing colorful WFPF shirts. So we're doing better.
I miss those days only because of just how stoked I was on everything.
That's fair. I was like getting ready to be like, but no, and then you're like, I wasn't a jaded piece of shit, and you're like, oh yeah, okay, I agree with you.
It wasn't. Man, reality didn't set in back then.
Exactly, you're a fucking kid, and Okay.
That's what my childhood was.
Here's my hot take for the episode. So many people think that parkour culture was better in the early 2010s. Like the 2012, 2015 stage.
The 3XL sweats and KOs.
I'm not talking about the style, but I think people were like, there are better videos then. Like the culture was better then. Like it was just like a more accepting like community. And I think there were like elements of it that were better then. And I think there are a lot of elements that are better now. And we've grown a lot, and I think we're better for it.
That's right.
But I think that a lot of people hold on to nostalgia for that point in time of parkour because their own goddamn lives didn't have as much like pressure and nuance and all this shit to them they had to deal with, and they're like, oh, parkour, it was like very much more like carefree and just like had fun and made videos.
That's why
we just fucking did it, dude. And I think that people equate the culture of parkour to where they were in their lives, and oh my god, Thea, that fucking hurts. My feet hurt. Stop clawing my feet. And I think they equate like the carefreeness of the parkour community then to their life, and it wasn't. It's just how they were. And I don't think parkour is better than. I think there are aspects that were amazing, but I think that overall parkour is in a better place now than it was then. Ow. Yeah. Go on.
It's like people say, if people say the videos were better, oh man, I think they're just going off memory and not actually going back and watching the videos compared to the ones nowadays. Oh man, that looks like it feels.
What is she doing though, dude? Her
face is.
Look at her forehead. Her forehead is backwards.
She's digging, dude. She's excavating. She needs to know. What are you sitting on, Ken?
I'm sitting on a couch.
She can't see that portion of the couch. She needs to know what's there. Is it the same? She doesn't know.
It's the same. I agree with you. I think that the videos were They definitely have a lot of good energy. I think videos have a lot of good energy. There's different. I think we just view those because they represented a different point of who we were in our lives and shit. And that's okay. It's okay to like love that. And I love it too. I do. There are so many points in like that timeline that I'm just like, oh fuck, like that is so like perfect to me. But I think it's not better.
Yeah.
I think it just is.
Yeah. The epitome of parkour was better back then because of X, Y, or Z is fucking Boss Mode by Frank.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I fucking love that video to death. But compared to Storm Barcelona or like the Storm Madrid,
that's so funny that you brought that up because
it's not great.
Oh yeah, Storm Madrid is a fucking amazing video. Storm Barcelona is awesome too, but I think Storm Madrid is one of my favorite videos in a considerable amount of time. So like, yeah. But I remember Boss Mode as being like, when it came out, I remember it being like a gold tier standard video. Like I was like, this is like parkour, like cinema, like this is it. This is the gold standard. And I went back and watched it. I've gone back and watched it multiple times in the last like year or so, and it's okay. It's exactly okay.
Movement and everything.
Honestly, it cultivates a really good energy. Yeah, energy is amazing, and that's why we like it so much.
Yeah.
The editing is okay. The color grading is a hot piece of fucking garbage. It is so disgusting.
It's got the grainy film look, though.
No, it's not even. It's just like brutally blown out, like orange highlights with blue shadows. I think, if I remember correctly, it's just like heavy color, heavy editing.
Yep.
But 2014 me, or whenever the video came out, my brain's telling me it's 2014. Was like fucking hype, and I loved it, and I love it, and it cements a place in time, and it deserves it,
100%,
and that's it. Anyways, we're gonna wrap it up. Thanks for joining us. We're running out of time.
Oh fuck, I was gonna shout out. Oh yeah, Skylar. Shout out Skylar on Twitter.
Fuck Skylar.
Yeah,
and that's Skylar. The episode. Peace.